Hey everyone, Derek here, Vice Dictator of the NPC, and I'm so excited to tell you about Season 2. Let's get into it.
The Northeast Pinball Challenge, or NPC, is a set of individual site leagues all over New England. Play 7 weeks of pinball, 4 games a night with your best 5 weeks counting, all for $30 a season. Half that money stays with your local league, where everyone gets a chance to play in finals for money. The other half goes to grand finals, where 4 players from each location will face off for more cash and prizes, both as a team and individually.
So what's new this season? Well, first we heard from our players and locations that some wanted to change how grand finals participants were chosen. This season, league admins can choose to send their top 4 from their location finals or their top 4 from the league standings after week 7. You can see what each location picked on the website. We've changed the team competition as well at grand finals, so players aren't eliminated and we have more time and predictability. Team finals is one of our favorite parts of NPC, so we're also boosting it up this season so the top 4 teams are going to have a chance to compete for prizes. It's important that we return as much money to players as possible, so we didn't do shirts or giveaways in Season 1. But for players who do want shirts, we now have them for sale. We kept the price as low as we could to keep them affordable, but it's totally optional. Your league fees stay to the prize pools as much as we can, and we've posted our Season 1 financials to the website now. Finally, NPC is still a group of IFPA-sanctioned leagues, as we've been planning this since shortly after Season 1 ended. We know a lot of people have raw feelings about the events this past November and how the IFPA handled them. Many leagues are allowing players to optionally opt out of submission and payment to the IFPA, but the leagues and the finals this season will be sanctioned. We'll discuss all the options when planning begins for Season 3. You can read my thoughts and more about this decision on the website under the updates section. So that said, where will you be playing this year? Let's start off by talking about the locations making a return for Season 2.
From the basement that started it all, NPC's only private home location, it's the Lower Playfield in Goffstown, New Hampshire. Also in New Hampshire, the location behind one of the large club rooms at Pintastic, and a mainstay of the local pinball scene, it's Southern New Hampshire Pinball Club in Nashua, New Hampshire. In Connecticut, NPC's Season 1 largest location is back for revenge after placing high in last year's grand finals. It's Gamecraft, Southington. Defending champions from last year's team competition and individual grand finals, no sleeping wood in the gutter, it's Metro West Pinball and the Acton Bolodrome. Over to Maine, the way life should be, Brunswick's #1 games and pinball and music and Labubu and More Shop, Joe Hinkle's Slam Tilt Records and Games. And finally, back to New Hampshire, to the club building the current NEPL champ and a strong community of awesome players in Concord, New Hampshire, it's Capital Pinball. And more importantly, Capital Pinball will be hosting this season's grand finals. More on that in a bit. Because first, I want to tell you more about some new faces and places joining the league for Season 2. First, let's talk about some familiar faces in new places. Starting in Rhode Island, Chris Cardacci hosted last season at the Dusty Planet, but this year is bringing the heat and the cheese at Pizza J in Providence. And sadly, Almost Famous and Pinball AF are no more, but Chris and Tommy are keeping the ball alive, bringing the games to the Iron Horse in Simsbury. Joining us this year from North Attleboro, Jess and Michael Salzman have taken their love of pinball and their incredible collection to the Emerald Square Mall at the all-free-play OMG One More Game Pinball. Heading back to Maine, it's hard to talk about pinball in New England without talking about this spot. One of the best bars in all of Portland, and incredible community builders, not to mention an insane lineup of games and players. We're talking about Portland, Maine's Arcadia. And finally, we heard you, Boston. We're so glad to be bringing NPC to the Metro Boston area with the always amazing, always funkoed, funked up collection of Mitch Funkatron, his games at Flat Top Johnny's.
So that's the locations we have today. And before we get started with Season 2, We might try to squeeze in 1 or 2 more. But when is Season 2? Love must be in the air because NPC Season 2 starts the day after Valentine's Day, February 15th. Week 7 should wrap up before all of us flipperheads head out to fantastic New England. And then there's a 3-week period for site finals and snow and makeup days. It's winter after all, right? Mark your calendars. NPC comes together for grand finals at Capital Pinball on May 2nd. Can't wait to see you all there. So that's all I've got for you today. Get all the details now on npcpinball.org. And if you have questions, reach out to your site admins where you're hoping to play, or myself, Derek at npcpinball.org. On behalf of all of the wonderful locations working tirelessly on Season 2 for the past couple of months, have a safe holiday, and we can't wait to flip with you all again in February. Take care.